You just installed Sea of Thieves, fresh off the maiden voyage, and you've started to hear people throw around big words like tucking or battle tuck. But what does that mean? Well, my sailory friend, I'll be explaining all that and more right now. So in the most basic terms, tucking means to hide on another cruise ship or an island while you wait for another crew to do something for you, be it a voyage or a fort or what have you. But it's a lot more complicated than just hiding. You have to have good placement, good timing, and overall, a brain. But you may be asking yourself, why would you tuck on somebody else's ship when you could just do the World of Enter quest yourself? Well, my silly little goober, for the funny, or laziness. You see, there is actually an 87.4% chance that tomfoolery will ensue during a tuck, and that makes for great content. Just kill the shark.
No, because I'm under the boat, they'll hear me.
Just walkie slash him, dude. What were those cannon shots? Excuse? What are they doing? Holy good Christ.
Bro, what are these cannon shots?
That's what I'm saying.
These are almost hitting me.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know what's happening to them.
Are they aiming at me? Oh
no.
My God.
No, they're aiming.
The shark's back. The shark's back. It's a different shark that's aggroed on me now.
Sounds like fun, yeah. It can also be a great distraction from normal gameplay if you ever get bored of playing quests and such. Just wait a second there, sport. Slow your roll. As the cool kids would say, you have zero drip. One of the most important things is your clothing, as it can make or break your tuck. Because what do you think is more noticeable, this? Or this? But with clothing, you can really pick whatever you want, as long as it's a solid black with little to no other colors on it. And if you're feeling a little extra sneaky, you can buy face paints to hide yourself even more. Personally, I wear the Slouch Hat, Midnight Blades Mask, Dawn Hunter Shirt, Twilight Hunter Gloves, Dark Adventurer Belt, and the Bone Crusher Trousers. But those cosmetics are a little on the pricier side, so if you're looking for the cheapest possible cosmetic set, then that would be the Slouch Hat, Majestic Sovereign Shirt, Hunter Gloves, and Ruffian Sea Dog Trousers. Some keen-eyed viewers may have noticed that I didn't include any shoes on either mine or the cheap set, and that's for a very specific reason, and an almost unnoticeable difference. You see, when you don't wear shoes, you make less noise when walking on a ship than you do with shoes on. Check it out. So isn't that neat? If clothing is the most important part of tucking, then emotes are the second most important part. Now, there's one emote pack that helps exponentially with tucking, and that is the Hide and Sneak emote pack. That comes with 4 unique emotes, in that they hide your name tag from enemy players, and it can be purchased from the Pirate Emporium for 299 ancient coins. But do not fret if you're a little low on cash, because Joe Neat himself has come down from the heavens to bestow upon the default hide emote the illustrious free status, so that any player can hide to their heart's content. The normal hide emote is probably the most useful of the 4, as if your pirate is skinny enough, then you can make yourself small enough to fit inside of even a storage crate. But I wouldn't recommend doing this, because you stick out just a little bit. Maybe save this strat for when your enemy has a large pile of loot for you to sit inside of. Along with the Hide and Sneak bundle, there was also the Sneak and Peek emote bundle, which came with an additional 4 emotes, but is no longer available. Personally, my go-to emotes are the Hide emote, the Wall Hide emote, the Deck Hide emote, and the most glorious tuck emote of them all, the Barrel emote. You see, the Barrel emote was a special one-off emote added to the free track in Season 2, and to say that it's the most useful emote in any given situation would be a little bit of an understatement. Need to blend in on an island? Barrel emote. Need to hide a small item like a key? Barrel emote on top of it. Too many people on the top deck of a ship for you to tuck? Barrel emote on the bottom deck. If you couldn't tell, it's pretty great. So now for the meat and potatoes of the video, the hiding. I'll be going ship by ship, outlining all the major tuck spots, and then going over the tuck spots on things like forts. So, let's go, I guess. With the sloop being the smallest boat in the game, it also means that it has a very low amount of usable tuck spots, with only around 3, being the crow's nest, this spot by the water barrel, and if you can line yourself upright, you can hide inside the canvas on the back of the sloop. Because the brig is a little bit bigger than the sloop, it offers a few more good hiding spots, including the crow's nest, the cannons, behind the wood barrel, this spot next to the staircase, this spot behind the quest table, and this area behind the map table. Being the biggest ship, the Galleon has the most spots to tuck on, so let's not waste any time and get into them. On the Galleon, you can tuck in the crow's nest, the cannons, behind the wheel, behind the captain's table, around the back of the ship, this plank on either side of the ship, next to the first staircase, and pretty much anywhere that has a sizable amount of barrels. Oh, tucking outside of a ship isn't as refined, as a world event can appear on any island or fort in the game, with all different spots that can be tucked at. But there is one fort that always stays constant, being the Fort of the Damned, which has 2 good tuck spots, being at the very top of the fort, and this section underneath a ramp a little ways away from the main part of the fort. So if you want to be the greatest tucker you can be, then you should use your senses, more specifically your hearing. When tucking, you always want to keep your ears open for footsteps. If you're on the side of a ship waiting to climb up, you can hear the sound of the ship's crew walking around, and their footsteps will get quieter based on if they are on the top deck or lower decks. So if you hear quieter than normal footsteps, it would probably be a good idea to get into one of the above deck positions mentioned previously. But be warned, your enemy might also have ears as well. See, you make a very distinct noise when you come onto a ship's ladder from the water. And if you're playing against a more experienced crew, they might just pick up on that and stay alert. So I always like to wait onto the ladder right after climbing onto it, just to see if I'm playing with a new crew or a crew that knows what they're doing. Well, my student, we have taught you everything that I know. So, you must do with this your own, and tuck like nobody ever tucked before. Tuck as far as the eye can see. Steal something. Go get him, Tiger. So if you guys enjoyed this video, please let me know down in the comments. I know it was a little bit of a different kind of video, but I wanted to try to branch out my content instead of just doing dog shit. So yeah, just like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next video. Nerds.